so set apart, and it was so beautiful, and it didn't have mold on it. It's gonna now. Right? What happens when you take that mold away and you say, that's a lie. Your moldy fruit can't be next to this fruit right here. It can't. It says we'll know them by their fruit, right? We're supposed to know people and test them, not by the way they look, not by the way they wear their hair, their clothes, or their car that they wear, even if it's a really cool truck. We're not supposed to, I just got you real. We're not supposed to judge them by that. We are going to know them, and we're not supposed to be judging them either because I'm judging them, but we're supposed to know them by their fruit. Why are we supposed to know them by their fruit? That's protection. God is protecting us. He's our provider, right? Jehovah Jireh. He's our protector. He supplies every need that we have. So if he tells us to know them by their fruit, and he gives us the wisdom to know that moldy fruit next to good fruit will make good fruit moldy, but we're supposed to know them by our fruit, God is telling us, if you see moldy fruit, don't put it near your fruit. You can love them. They can be part of the 12. Let them over there. But don't let them right here. Right? If I have this table, and this table's got apples, really, really, really pretty apples, right? And this table's got some moldy apples. Is that table going to get moldy apples? If this table's over here? No, they're separated. They're separated. They're still in the same room, but they're separated. People can be in your room, but don't give them a voice into your heart, right? Don't do that. Just don't do that. That's just scary. So, we look around. We want people to make us feel special. We want people to make us feel worthy. We look to social media for attention and affirmation. If someone likes our picture, it makes us feel all that. We want them to fill us up, but then we're empty again. We're constantly searching, constantly searching, constantly searching. Or even worse, when they don't fill us up, then we get jealous and insecure, wondering why they don't like us. What's wrong with us? What do I need to change about me? Life is hard, and people are probably going to hurt us. If we spend our time getting filled up by God's words about us, we won't be so hungry to receive words about us from people that don't even know us. That serpent didn't know Eve. He knew what was in her because he knew who created her. And he was after her identity, right? She walked with God every day. He was jealous. Which brings me to another point. So, have you ever been in a store? You're in a store, you go shopping. Maybe it's like Goodwill, that's my favorite place to shop in. Or like a thrift store. Ecology in Kensaw is everything y'all need. But they're not sponsoring this. This isn't sponsored. This isn't an ad for my young people. Hashtag ad. No, this isn't. Have you ever been somewhere and you see something that is so cute? I mean, it's so cute. You're like, oh my gosh, that looks so good in that. But somebody else is holding it. And so it's kind of like. Oh, hey girl, how you doing? How's your family? They been good? Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Oh, I like those shoes. Those are so cute. I'm pretending that she has the thing that I want. If anyone has it. Oh, girl, you're not gonna buy that, are you? You're not gonna buy that. Oh, that would not match your eyes. You're not gonna buy that, right? You're not. Yeah. I helped you out. You're welcome, girl. You're welcome. I got you. And then she puts it back, and then you're like. Yeah, this is for me. This is for me. Oh, girl, I got better eyes than you. It sounds silly, but that's what Satan did. Satan saw something that Eve had that he wanted, and he was trying to get her to put it down. That's what she did. Dominion, authority, power. Just eat that fruit. Just do that.
That's right. That's right.
What? But God said I couldn't. Okay, why are you talking to him? Like, why are you talking to him? God, can I? God, the serpent, can I? But she didn't do that. What did she say? What'd you say? Oh, let me check my text message. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, I like you too. Oh. No. Satan saw something that he wanted.
That's right.
And all he had to do was convince Eve that it wasn't worth anything, that she didn't really want it, so she put it down. Ladies, if you don't get anything out of anything I've said, I know it's been all over the place and it's been crazy. Trust me, I'm here for the ride too. I just hope that you get it. God has given you everything in the palms of your hands. Satan just wants you to drop it. Satan just wants you to put it down, to give it to someone else, to give it away, to say, you know what, this doesn't fit me. I'm going to give it to you. But God has called you to wear that. God has called you to be that. God has called you to do that. He hasn't called them to do it. Just because someone says it don't match your eyes doesn't mean that it doesn't. God has called you to it. And if God has called you to it, you sit at his feet and you say, God, I know that you've called me to this. I know that you've spoken to my heart. I've heard you over and over and over again, and I'm going to sit here until I believe it. I don't want to listen to the lies of the enemy. I don't want to listen to that lie from that girl or that lie from that boy. I want to see you, God. Help me. I'm going to sit here until I believe what you say about me is true. I'm going to sit here until I believe that I am your masterpiece, that I am formed with a purpose, that you held me in my mother's womb, that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, that I don't have to be measured by society, that I don't have to be measured by a scale or a like on an Instagram or a like on a Facebook. I'm going to sit here, God, until you tell me who I am. And I'm going to hold my cup to you, and you are the only person that is allowed to fill it. Nobody else. And I'm not going to let anyone poison me. I'm not going to believe the lies of the enemy. And I want your fingerprints all over me. And if your fingerprints aren't over me, then I don't want to be here. I don't want to do it. If you're not there with me, I don't want to do it, and I don't want to be there. Because this is for you. This isn't for people in a room. This isn't for people at your church. This isn't for your family. This is for you. Because if you're not healthy, and if you're not doing what God has called you to do, you'll never do anything else for anybody else. If I wasn't here today, if I wasn't doing what God had called me to do, there wouldn't be seeds that are dropping in you. I'm not here to water them. God is. I have no idea what God's speaking to each one of you. I don't.
That's right.
Because God's speaking different things to every single one of you. I'm just opening my mouth saying, God, go ahead. I don't know how that's going to impact you. That's not my job. When I woke up this morning, the enemy was after me, man. He's like, girl, what do you have to say? You're 32 years old. What life have you lived? Please. I'm like, first of all, this ain't for you. This is for God. I don't care if nobody likes it. God likes it. I sing so loud in worship. I was on the gospel choir for like 13 years, and everyone's like, you suck. You're a terrible singer. I said, God likes it. God likes it. People tell me all the time, girl, you can't dance. God likes it. That's my answer for everything, because he does. He loves us. And the second, listen to me, the second you get that in your head, the second you pick up your anointing off the ground from where you left it, and you say, you know what, God, I am your daughter, and I'm a daughter of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and I'm going to go forth in victory, and I'm going to do everything that you've called me to do, even though all those people say I can't, even though Satan's in my head, even though he's telling me all these lies. It's a lie. And I'm going to sit at your feet, and I'm going to hear your voice, and then I'm going to go do what you've called me to do, regardless if anybody likes it. I don't even care. They could hate me. They could throw stones at me. Right? To die is to live. And to live is to die. This life ain't about me. This life ain't about any of y'all in this room. This life is about Christ. To make him known to the captives, so that they're sitting in their prison cells going in prayer, knowing that God's going to work out on their behalf. The people that are sitting in chains of bondage, that are just waiting for an answer to their prayer, they're going to break through.
Yes.
God hasn't called me here for me. He ain't called you here for you. He's called you here for Christ.